Hi everyone, welcome back to my COVID-19 Zen Den. Today's class is going to be for my Monday and Wednesday evening lovers. So if you enjoy the R&R class, it's going to be very similar. We're going to stretch for an hour. Unfortunately, I'm not there to do the hands-on adjustments. But just this way we have a true yoga nidra style class so that you can stretch, have that guided script at the end versus having to pull up two different videos if that's the vibe you're looking for. Okay. So we're going to begin as far as props. If you're at home, I would say if you have blocks, you can use those too. If you do not have blocks, if you have a bolster, you can grab a couch cushion. So we're gonna get inventive, use our at-home resources for a variety of uses. So if you, like I said, don't have blocks or a bolster, grab your couch cushion. Just something that has decent support and doesn't just completely flatten out underweight. So like if you have softer pillows, I wouldn't use those. If you have firmer pillows, you can probably stack several. Maybe you want a blanket or a pillow to use to prop up parts of your body, or just for the guided meditation portion. Just make sure you have whatever you need to be super cozy at the end. So wherever you're at, close your eyes. Just gonna take a few rounds of breath here. Just begin to change the nervous system, change our mental focal point, diving more inwards so the belly is soft. Just taking nice rounds of your natural breath. Is it a slow breath? Maybe it feels a little bit fast-paced. You've had a crazy day, or in general, your emotions, your mental state, if you have anxiety, stress, what have you, that can also alter your breath rate, because if the heart rate goes up, your breath rate goes up. Tune into all of the physical sensations here, no matter how subtle. Notice where in your body you need some extra love today. Notice where in your body you feel extra spacious. Maybe it's a little bit of a mix-up today. Maybe typically your shoulders are tight and your hips are loose, but your hips are tight, your shoulders are loose, what have you. Just overall, that mental inventory of what you need on any and every level, physical, mental, emotional. And turning inwards, bringing your focus to your mind. So what's taking up space between your ears? If it's outside of the space that you're in, if it's outside of this practice, I want to invite you to leave it on the other side of the door that you walk through. Maybe you even mentally drop it in your mailbox, okay? Just set it to the side for the next 90 minutes. You can pick it back up afterwards. Just really give yourself permission to take this break. And at this time, if you'd like to set a resolve, aka a sankalpa, it can take different shapes or forms. For one, it may be an intention. For another, it can be a dedication to someone or something they want to send their positive energy out to. a mantra you're working with. You can take this time for prayer. Whatever your thing is, I want you to draw that forward into your mind. So just begin to envision in your third eye. And quietly repeat it to yourself 3 times. Throughout the class, if your mind does try to wander, or if any of those distractions that we've set down try and creep and climb their way back in, just want you to bring your focus back to your breath. So focusing on that inhale and the exhale. You can even, if you're more of a visual person, as you inhale, just imagine there's a light blue, quote, quote, smoke that travels from your nostrils, down the throat, into your lungs. As you exhale, it turns a deep navy, moving from the lungs to the throat and out of the nose. You can come back to your resolve, so whatever you set in place for your practice, that sankalpa, or you can come back to my voice, whatever feels most tangible mentally for you to grab a hold of, to gently ease yourself back into the space, onto the mat, into the here and now. If you close your eyes, you can begin to gently flutter them open. We're going to get our bolster, our block, our couch cushion. If you're using a block, if you're using blocks, 2 blocks, you're gonna put 1 block underneath your mid-back, so basically directly underneath your breastbone, the base of the shoulder blades, or essentially where a bra strap may fall. Second block will go underneath your head for support. If you are using a bolster or couch cushion, you're just going to take it to the very top, or the very middle of your back. The very base of it comes to the center of the back. Melting your chest over your blocks, your bolster, your cushion, what have you. You can arrange the legs however you please. So if you want to start to warm through your hips, you can bring the soles of your feet together, knees to knock open. You can draw your heels in as close as you'd like. You can even begin to gently press into the thighs or the knees to open out the hips a little deeper. If you want to stretch more across the front of the chest, you can take your arms out wide to a T. Or perhaps you'd like to interlace your fingers, pointer fingers extended, Charlie's Angel's hands, gently allowing the arms to drop overhead. Maybe they come to rest on your cushion or your bolster. Sorry, fiddly. If you're on blocks, it's okay if they melt towards the mat or the earth. Just whatever feels sweetest to you with the arms and the legs. 3 more breaths here, so about 30 seconds left. Final inhale. See where you can grow and lengthen. Final exhale. Just taking this as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. On your next inhale, you're going to roll to your right side, coming off of the blocks, the bolster, the cushion. Using your top hand, your left hand, press yourself up. Now we're gonna bring the cushion if you're using a bolster or couch cushion, you're gonna bring it all the way to your low back, so it's pressing up against your hips, the back side of your hips. If you are using blocks, you're gonna take one block, this time going vertical, on lower medium height, directly underneath the spine between your shoulder blades. Second block will go underneath your head, like you're creating a T shape with the blocks. Melt back, arrange the legs however you want, the arms. But if you're using a cushion or a bolster, and I forgot to mention this before the last stretch, you can also create a bolster out of a rolled up yoga mat, wrap it around with a blanket so that it's nice and cushy on the outside, and same thing, you just put it underneath your back. But bringing your cushion, your bolster, or your rolled up yoga mat, if that's what you're deciding to do now, to, like I said, your low back. Gently dropping back. This one's gonna be a little deeper. Again, you can do as you please with the legs. If having the legs out straight is a little too much for your low back, walk your feet about as wide as the mat or a mat and drop your knees in towards one another. Again, you can bring your arms out wide to a T if you want to expand more across the front side of the chest, or you can take those Charlie's Angels hands, gently dropping them overhead. Just keep your shoulders away from your ears though, don't let them raise, don't let them hike up. "30 more seconds here, so 3 slow and steady rounds of breath. Final inhale, see where you can lengthen and grow. Final exhale, just taking this as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. you dropped your arms overhead, return them through center. If you rolled to your right, oh, we all did, roll on to your left. Use your top hand, aka your right palm, to press into the mat, lifting yourself back up. You can set your cushion to the side, unless you would like to use it later. Next, we're going to come in for our seated forward fold. Everybody's favorite. Seated staff. Give some love to those hamstrings. So you're gonna have your legs out long, feet are flexed as if your heels are pressing away from you. If you have more sensitive calf muscles, I want you to use a blanket or a towel. Just roll it up, place it underneath your knees. It'll keep a natural bend. That way it removes the sensitivity from the calf while keeping the hamstring engaged. Leaning to one side and the other, slide the flesh from underneath the sit bones so that you have direct contact with the mat or the floor. Starting with your shoulders over your hips, the belly button draws towards the spine, so we're sitting nice and tall. This may be enough here for some. If you want to go deeper on your next inhale, see if you can grow a little taller through your spine. And as you exhale, gently melting the chest over the thighs. Keep the spine nice and long. Don't allow the shoulders to round. At some point, your body will begin to press into itself. Your hip will press into your thigh, what have you. So if you don't have a strap and you would like to assist yourself deeper, just grab whatever is accessible. If you grab the back of your thighs, you can pull your chest down, skip the knee joint, grab the back of your calf muscles. Wrap your peace fingers to your big toes. Just make sure your arms and your shoulders aren't straining. Once you find your sweet spot, if you want to relax your neck so that the head is heavy, you can. But if that doesn't feel good through your cervical spine, keep the neck lifted. .30 more seconds here, so 3 slow, steady rounds of breath. Final inhale, see where you can lengthen and grow through your body. Final exhale, see how deeply you can take this safely and comfortably. On your next inhale, plant the palms to the mat or the floor, basically so that they're framing the legs. If it was comfortable to keep your neck relaxed through that stretch, keep it relaxed. Head is heavy. Slowly walking your hands back towards your body. Once you feel like your shoulders are back over your hips, you can lift your chin away from your chest. aka Indian style. Have whatever leg you prefer to be dominant forward, that's fine. We'll switch it out in a minute. We're gonna try and mirror, you guys, so bear with me. You're going to bring your left hand to your right knee. Your right hand will be just outside of your hip, in line with your shoulder. The spine is nice and long. Inhale, grow a little taller. And as you exhale, pressing that left hand into your right knee, slowly begin to revolve towards your right. Your right hand will crab walk with you so that it stays in line with your shoulder. Your chin can stay over the center of your chest. Or if you want to add it through your cervical spine, you can turn as if you're trying to gaze over your right shoulder. Just don't crank through your neck. This is about as far as you need to go. And again, with every inhale, we think of growing taller. With every exhale, we take it a little deeper. Just any of that space that we've created and warmed into. More seconds here, so 3 slow, steady rounds of breath. Final inhale, see how tall you can grow. Final exhale, see how deeply you can twist safely and comfortably in your body. On that rebounding inhale, slowly unwind, twisting to return back through center. I apologize about my dog. She's the neighborhood Nancy. She needs to know everything that's going on in everybody else's yard but her own. So bear with me. I apologize. I'm getting ready for the other side. So bringing your right hand to your left knee, your left hand just outside of your hip to support your spine. Okay, we're going to start with our chin over the center of our chest. On your next inhale, see if you can grow a little taller. Crown is reaching for the ceiling. And as you exhale, pressing that right hand into your left knee, revolving or twisting towards your left. And that left hand will walk or crab walk with you so that it stays in line with your shoulder, keeping that support through the spine. Again, if you want to add it through your cervical spine, it's as if you're trying to gaze over your left shoulder, but don't crank through it. Basically, when your chin is in line with your clavicle or directly over your clavicle, your collarbone, that's far enough. 30 more seconds here. Final inhale, see how tall you can grow through your spine. Final exhale, just seeing how deeply you can take this safely and comfortably in your body. On your next inhale, you're going to return back through center slowly. We're going to pause here, take a couple rounds of breath, just allowing the sides to release, but also checking out to see the work we have created so far. Staying in this seated position, whatever feels most comfortable for you. We're going to work into the sides of the neck, so your hands can come to your knees. They can be outside of your hips if that feels better. Palms up if there's anything you'd like to receive. Energy, good vibes, good health. Palms down if you need grounding. If you do feel anxious, you need to find your roots, again, so to speak. Palms down if you place your hands to your knees. So we're going to drop our left ear towards our left shoulder. Paying attention to the right side of the neck, just finding that beginning edge of a stretch. And you'll also have the choice and freedom here to move the stretch in the right side of the neck to find just where you need that attention today. So if you want to roll or drop your chin down towards your left shoulder / chest, you can. You can also gently lift the chin slightly up towards the ceiling. It'll just change where in the right side of the neck you feel this most deeply. And final modification as we continue to hold and warm, if you need more or desire more, or in general if you need more now, you've got a little bit more mobility in your neck, what you can do is bring your left hand, specifically the fingertips, to the right side of the skull, basically just above your ear, and gently using your fingertips press into the head. You can also walk those fingers back and forth on the right side of the skull, because where you apply that pressure will also change the stretch. So find what works for you. Maybe you close your eyes for this last 40 seconds here. Final inhale, see where you can grow and lengthen. Final exhale, just taking the pose as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. On your next inhale, if you used your left fingertips on the skull, release. We're all going to bring our left hand to our left cheek and gently press your head back upright. One round of breath between the sides, just noticing the cold and the warmth, how they differ. Your worked side versus your unworked side. Shoulders are still over the hips. Inhale, get nice and tall through your spine. Exhale, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Focusing on the left side of the neck. You can hang here if this is enough. If you want a little bit more, no, not if you want more. If you want to change the where on the left side of the neck you feel this, you can roll your chin down towards the right shoulder and chest. Maybe you lift your chin up towards the ceiling. Just finding where on the left side of your neck you need that extra love. And once again, for real, if you would like to add a little, take it a little deeper, that final modification using your right hand, taking it to the left, just the fingertips, the left side of the skull, just above your ear to begin. Gently applying that pressure until you feel your desired stretch in your left side. Again, you can walk the hand back and forth on the left side of the skull, because where you apply pressure will change where you feel it through the stretch. 40 more seconds here. Last inhale. Last exhale. If you used your fingertips to add pressure, release that right hand. We're all going to bring our right hand to our right cheek, pressing into the hand to lift the head back upright. Now we're going to do the back side of the neck. So you're going to interlace your fingers at the very base of your neck, basically, so that your thumbs fall where your hairline starts. Elbows are open, shoulders are over your hips. Inhale, get nice and tall through your spine. As you begin to exhale, gently drop the chin towards your chest. So we're focusing on the back side of the neck here. Keep the elbows open to begin. Once you find that stretch on the back side of the neck, or if your chin comes all the way down to your chest, relax at your wrists so that your elbows frame your face. So basically what we're doing is we're just interlacing our hands to the back side of the head so that when we drop our chin down or gaze down, the elbows that are wrapped around our face, gravity is going to grab a hold of that and begin to pull and stretch the back side of the neck a little deeper. If at any point you feel like you're going to black out, dizzy, you're seeing stars, just come out. I have not had it happen to a student yet, but it is possible because we are restricting the flow of the blood back here, okay? So if and by chance you feel those sensations, come out. Otherwise, we'll be here for 40 more seconds. This one won't be quite as long. Final inhale, lengthen through your spine.
Final exhale, just allowing yourself to go as deep as you can, safely and comfortably. On your next inhale, gently pressing your head into your hands. Lifting the chin away from the chest until your gaze is forward. Then you can release those elbows away from the face and release the hands from behind the back of the neck. We're going to even it out. So we're going to do some neck rolls. So dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder, rolling the chin down. The chin's through center of the chest, making our way towards our left. Once you feel your left ear over your left shoulder, drop back down towards your chest. The head rolls through center, making our way towards our right. And continue to make those half circles. If it feels okay in your spine and you'd like to stretch the front side of the neck, you can do full circles. So as you approach your next ear, if you want to allow the head to gently drop back, rolling through center until our left ear stacks over our left shoulder, the chin drops down towards the chest. Now we're working towards our right. The right ear's over the right shoulder, begin to lift the chin, tilting the head back. Again, only if it's okay through your cervical spine. Now we're going to switch directions. If you're doing the full circles, go clockwise and counterclockwise. Two more breaths here, so 20 seconds. If you're doing full circles, that should be enough time to do another clockwise and another counterclockwise. And the next time that your chin is towards the center of your chest, hold. Gently lift the chin away from the chest, returning your gaze forward. Next, we're going to hit our wrists. Not literally hit them. So come into tabletop. Your wrists directly underneath your shoulders, your knees in line with your hips. Your knees will be about as wide as your hips, maybe a little wider depending on what kind of space you need today. Begin to lean towards our left, bringing our weight back, which is going to be nice and easy on the wrists. As you go towards your right, you're going to bring your chest forward. This is where you'll feel the stretch on the front side of the wrists. Only take the chest far enough forward till you feel your desired stretch. Go clockwise and counterclockwise. Two more breaths here, so 20 more seconds. And the next time you make it back through center, relax and release. Turn your fingers out, this time so that your left middle finger points directly towards your left, the right middle finger points towards the right. Your Your wrists are still underneath your shoulders. Same thing, making those circles. As you lean towards your right, be mindful. Coming forward, rocking around, coming back. Going in the opposite direction, clockwise and counterclockwise. Maybe you just want to shift left and right. You can do that as well. More seconds here. Come back through center. Now we're gonna walk our fingers. You're gonna try and see if you can walk your hands around so that your middle fingers will face towards your knees. Only take it as far as you need though. If having the middle fingers pointing to the left and the right is enough for you, hang. Otherwise, maybe you're able to walk your hand all the way around so that the middle finger points towards the knees. This may be enough for you here, and I want you to hold if that's the case. To go deeper though, slowly shifting your weight back towards your heels, press the heel of the hand into the mat so that it doesn't lift. Again, if you want to do some light rocking back and forth, you can. I know, especially in my wrists, because of the carpal tunnel that I have, it's nice for me to add movement through it so that my brain doesn't just focus on the stretch, because it's not my favorite, but it's very healthy for me. Those things that we have to do, although we may not like it, like eating Brussels sprouts and stuff. Maybe it feels nice to relax your neck so that your head is heavy. We'll be here for 30 more seconds. Final inhale. Final exhale. And coming back just to a comfortable seat, whatever that may look like for you. You can roll or shake out the wrists. Maybe you bring your hands together to roll them out. Again, you can shake them. We're gonna do the back side in just a moment. But let's release. Wiggle those fingers, just bring some movement back. All right. So taking whatever seat you like, we're going to bring the back of our hand to the side of our rib cage. So we look like a bunch of funky chickens. Maybe that'll be the new mascot for the studio. The Yogi chickens. But yes, just gently allowing the back of the hand to rest to your rib cage. We're not applying pressure here, it's just natural. Notice how that feels. If that's too much, control it yourself. Bring the back of your hands together and gently press them together. You can also do the same thing on the mat. Fingers together, roll a fist. Nah, that's not mix that. Like I said, you can press your hands together for more controlled pressure if this is too much. If you are able to bring the back of the hand to the side of your rib cage and you want more, you'll slowly begin to draw your elbows back. The further back the elbows are, the deeper the bend in the wrist will be. So move very slowly and mindfully. We're gonna hold this for about a minute, so you don't wanna overdo it. Two more breaths here, so 20 seconds. And release. Again, you can roll them out, shake them out if that feels good. Bring your hands together, roll them out at the same time. Whatever feels sweetest to you. I don't know if sweet's the proper word, but whatever feels relieving. Give those bad boys a break. We're going to come in to a child's pose, a wide leg child's pose. So you're gonna bring your big toes to touch. Your knees are going to be wider than your hips, okay? Walking your butt back towards your heels, melting the chest forward. If this is super duper uncomfortable for you to have your knees apart, come in for a narrow legged. So big toes together, the knees together. This will add support for your chest because the chest will melt over the thighs. Slowly begin to walk your hands towards your right, leaving them overhead. We're going to focus on the left side of our body, specifically the chest, aka the torso. So if you need to stack your right lung on top of your right thigh, take whatever space you need. Once you feel that desired stretch in your left side, relax and hold. You can keep the arms even overhead, or to take it a little deeper through the left side still, you can stack that left hand on top of your right, lengthening through the body. Or if your butt isn't quite towards your heel and you want to take this a little deeper through your hips and whatnot, you can keep the arms up and overhead, but gently pressing your palms into the mat or the floor to send your bum deeper or further towards your heels. More seconds here.
Walking your hands back through center. Pause in the center for just a breath. Slowly walking your hands towards your left. This time you're focusing on the right side of the body. Stack your left lung onto your left thigh if you need. And once again, you can keep the arms even up and overhead. If you want to take it a little deeper, stacking that right hand on top of your left to lengthen through the right side. Or if you want to press your bum closer towards your heels, press the palms into the mat or the floor, sending your bum back. "30 more seconds here." And slowly walking the hands back through center so you're reaching overhead. Pause for a breath. Begin to walk your hands back towards your body, just so that we lift through the chest. We're gonna stay in this wide leg child's pose, position them. And we're gonna begin we're gonna give some love to our shoulders. So press through your right palm to support your chest. Open the left arm out towards the side. Take that spiral as far as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. As you exhale, threading the left arm underneath the right, lowering down to that left shoulder head. Our left cheek is to the mat, so we're technically looking towards our right. If this is enough for you here, hang. If you want to take it deeper, bring your palms to press. Bending at your elbows so that you have prayer hands. That will make it so that you can press into your palms, pressing that left shoulder into the mat, revolving a little deeper towards your right. "30 more seconds here." Last round of breath. As you exhale, just take it as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. If you pressed your palms together, release. Press that right palm into the mat, begin to straighten through the arm, lifting your chest, releasing that left arm. We're going to take a
a round of breath in between, just allowing that side of the shoulder to relax before we hit the other side. All right, so your left palm presses to the mat, supporting the chest. We're gonna sweep the right arm open. Maybe you spiral the chest open just to get that pre-stretch to the front side of the chest. As you exhale, threading the right arm underneath the left, slowly lowering down to that right shoulder head. Rest your right cheek to the mat so you're actually looking towards your left. This may be enough for you here. If that's the case, hold. If you want more at any point, you'll bring your palms together, bend at your elbows so that they stack. Pressing your palms together will allow you to press this right, it's more like your bicep, but right arm into the mat, revolving deeper towards your left. Left shoulder into the mat. Yeah, right shoulder into the mat, revolving towards your left, yeah. Sorry y'all, this mirror thing has me jacked up. Thirty more seconds here. Last inhale. Last exhale. As you inhale, if you press your palms together, release, relaxing through the arms. We're all gonna plant our left palm to the mat, pressing into that left palm straight through the arm to release the opposite shoulder. So release the right arm, sweep it open for that counter stretch. All right. Next, we're gonna come in for pigeon. If you prefer reclined figure 4, I will demonstrate that as long as I remember. But for pigeon, from tabletop, wrists in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hips, we're gonna start on the right side. So tap your right knee to your right wrist. Heel toe your foot so that it opens towards the left side of the mat. So basically so that it's in line with your left wrist, but it does not have to touch your left wrist. Turn this way for my jolly green giant legs. Tucking your back toes, slowly walk that left leg straight away from you. Your kneecap will be down, the top of the foot is down. Scoot forward. Your top foot or your right foot is flexed to keep your right knee safe. So pretend like you have a pocket on the front of your pant. It's like you're trying to get your heel into that front pocket, okay? All right, check out your right bum. See how that right hip feels. If you need to use a blanket, a block, a towel, what have you, just slide it underneath your right bum for some added support. From there, you can stay here with your chest lifted.
If you want to take it deeper, you can drop to your forearms either all the way to the mat or the floor, or you can use a block to lift the ground up. Basically pretend like I have a block there, so that you can still melt deeper. And for Sleeping Swan, to take this a little deeper still, you would melt your chest at any point, whether you're ready now or as you warm and open if that space becomes available. But just melting the chest over the front shin. The arms don't have to be straight overhead. I like to keep a bend in my elbows. If you take this option though, I want you to pretend like there is a magnet in your right butt bone and another one to the inside of your left inner thigh. They're trying to gravitate towards one another. So just trying to keep your hips as square as possible. Three more breaths here, so 30 seconds. Final inhale, see where you can lengthen and grow. Final exhale, taking this as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. On your next inhale, if you came in for Sleeping Swan or you dropped your forearms to the mat, begin to plant your palms to the mat or the floor, beginning to lift the chest. Slowly walk your hands back towards your body. If you want to step back for down dog, you can. Tuck your back toe, press into your palm, step back. Otherwise, we are going to roll onto our right hip. Kick the left leg around. I did not demonstrate recline figure 4. So let me do that really quickly. If pigeon's not your favorite, or that really didn't feel good for your body, recline figure 4 on the back, left foot to the mat. Your right ankle stacks onto your left thigh, your knee opens out, the foot is flexed to keep the knee safe. Check this baseline of the pose, how it feels to your body. If you just need a little more, you can press your right hand into your right knee or thigh to open it out, or you can walk your left heel closer towards your left bum. For deeper still, you'd float that left leg, which will give you the freedom to interlace your hands around the back of your thigh, just beneath the knee, and gently and mindfully encourage that right shin closer towards your chest. If your tailbone lifts, that's totally fine. But if you want to take it a little deeper, see if you can press it back into the mat or the floor. If your shin comes all the way to your chest, maybe you wrap your hands around the front of your left shin, which will give you the freedom to press your right elbow into your right thigh to open it out for those of you who are a little bit more flexible. Flexi-lexies of the world. Hold that for 2 minutes and switch sides. So now we're going to do pigeon on the left. So tapping your left knee to your left wrist. The foot opens towards the right side of the mat. Tucking your right toe, walking the leg straight back. That's good. Okay, there we go.
so that the kneecap is down, the top of the foot is down. Everything's in line with the hip though. Again, check the hip that you're stretching. If you need to pad it up, like if you feel really high, like lifted, it's tight, put a block, a blanket, what have you, underneath that left bum. Remember, this top foot is flexed, like we're pressing our heel away to keep our knee safe. Holding here. Maybe it feels nice to drop down to your forearms, to the floor, or to a block or a blanket. Or again, the full expression of sleeping swan. Your chest will melt over your front shin. If you take this option though, envision that there is a magnet to your left butt bone, another one to the inside of your right inner thigh. They're gently trying to gravitate towards one another. It's not like, it's very subtle, but again, just trying to keep your hips square since we are not there to physically adjust you. Recline figure four, same thing on your back, right foot to the mat. With your rounding foot, you'd stack your left ankle onto your right thigh. The foot is flexed, the knee opens out. This is enough, hold. If you just need a little bit more, walk your right heel closer towards your right bum, or press your left hand into your left knee or thigh. For more still, float that right leg, interlace your hands around the back of your right thigh, and gently encourage that shin closer towards your chest. Again, for my flexi-lexis of the world who prefer reclined figure four, if your shin comes all the way to your chest, wrap your hands around the front of your right shin. Gently press your left elbow into your left thigh to open it out. Hold it for 2 minutes if you're in reclined figure four. More seconds here. Final inhale, see where you can grow through your body. Final exhale, just taking this as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably. On your next inhale, planting the palms to the mat or the floor, beginning to lift the chest. Slowly walk your hands back towards your body. We're all going to roll onto our left hip. If you're on your back and recline figure four, just stay there. Sweep your arms out wide to a T. Press both of your feet into the mat, lift your hips, swing them 2 to 4 inches to your right, set them down. We're going to keep our right shoulder nice and heavy. Float your feet so that your ankles are in line with your knees in line with your hips. At least you want that 90-degree bend. You can take it closer towards your chest if you want. But dropping both of your knees towards your left. Again, that right shoulder stays heavy. We're stretching through the right side of the body. We'll just be here for a minute since we did the other spinal twist. If you need to prop up the body, if having the knees all the way to the mat or the floor is too far, too fast, place a block or a blanket underneath your knee or your calf. If you want to help yourself go deeper, bring your left hand to your top thigh, completely relaxing through that left arm, just adding your natural body weight so that gravity can assist to take you deeper. And again, if you want to take this through your cervical spine, Gaze over your right shoulder or to your right palm. 3 more breaths here. Final inhale, see where you can lengthen and grow. Final exhale, taking this twist as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably. On your next inhale, return the knees back through center. Bring your hips back in line with your shoulders. Feet together, knees together, press them into the mat. Lift your hips. This time swinging them 2 to 4 inches to your left and set them back down. Float your feet from the mat. Again, you want that 90-degree bend to your knees, so ankles in line with your knees, knees in line with your hips. Drop both of your knees slowly towards your right. You want this left shoulder heavy, melted to the earth. If it's too far, too fast, you need to lift the ground up. Again, use a block or a blanket underneath your knee or your calf. If it's perfect, then just hang. And if you want more, or you want to help yourself go deeper, your right hand will come to your top thigh. Just relaxing through that right arm, adding your natural body weight so that it'll go deeper. Gravity will take you deeper, excuse me. But again, we want this left shoulder as heavy as we can. It's okay if it lifts a little, but you just don't want to be up here. And to take it through your cervical spine, aka your neck, gaze over your left shoulder or toward your left palm. More seconds here. Final inhale, see where you can lengthen and grow. Final exhale, just taking this as deeply as you can, safely and comfortably in your body. As you inhale, return your knees back through center. From here, we're going to get ready for the guided meditation portion, so your yoga nidra. So, if there are any last movements or postures you'd like to take that you feel you've missed from your practice, feel free to do so now. You can also use this time to begin to settle in, finding your pose or shape of wrist. Since we're not in the studio, you have options. If you'd like to go sit in your favorite chair, you can. If you want to go hop into bed, turn the lights off, light some candles, whatever scene you want to set. Okay. I'm going to turn my light off. as you settle back, I want to invite you to close your eyes. Option to use a rag soaked in your favorite essential oil, an eye pillow, what have you.
So taking any final fidgets or wiggles. Sorry guys, my battery's dying. That does me no good in the middle of a recording. Not the most professional, but we get it done. All right. Taking any final fidgets or wiggles. Just make sure you're in a comfortable place where you won't be disturbed. If Nosy Nancy out there, aka Quinn my pup, disturbs you, I apologize 1000%. I'm sorry, guys. So take in a slow, deep breath. And as you release this breath, let your body completely relax. Take another slow, deep breath. And breathe out any burdens or fears. And take another breath. And release all of your thoughts, leaving your mind completely free. Picture the most crystal clear, pure white light that you can imagine. And see the light gently swirling and flowing all around you until it begins to form itself into a beautiful, clear bubble. This bubble of light will provide you with comfort, safety, and perfect protection upon your journey, so that only that is which is for your highest good may take place. Imagine that you're suspended in midair within the protection of this bubble. Feel yourself becoming lighter and lighter. So light that you begin to float up above your body, through the ceiling, and into the sky. Feel yourself float and drift freely as your bubble carries you above lush forests and rolling hills. Allow your gaze to focus upon a beautiful green meadow far below, and notice how it seems to sparkle like an emerald, beaconing you towards it. Feel yourself begin to float down and approach this meadow, coming closer and closer. As you lightly touch down, look around at the grass and wildflowers, the old shade trees, and the brook winding its way into a nearby forest. Everything about the setting seems perfect, almost magical, as if it had been created just for you. Take a walk over to the edge of the forest, and you will find a path leading in. Stepping upon this path, sense the cool, peaceful feeling in the air. And looking above you at the canopy of trees, see their leaves form beautiful patterns against the sky. Glimmers of sunlight shine through the forest floor and illuminate a carpet of rich moss, studded with all manner of wildflowers. As you walk along, look down, and you'll notice that your path is composed of pebbles that are a brilliant color red. Red is the color of strength and vitality, and with each step, the vitality of the color red flows up into your feet, throughout your entire body, leaving you stronger and more full of life's energy than before. As you walk deeper into the forest, the pebbles become orange, the color of endurance. An orange glow now surrounds your body, charging you with the ability to remain healthy and vibrant. As you continue upon this path, the pebbles turn a brilliant golden yellow, the color of mental clarity and understanding. And as you walk, a yellow star appears upon your forehead with rays of pale light shining forth from the center of your mind, your intuition. Walking further into the center of the forest, the pebbles turn a deep emerald green, and all around you, the plants and trees richly display this color of healing and balance. Take a moment to bask in the presence of this emerald green color and allow it to awaken in you the ability to heal yourself on all levels. As you walk along further still, the pebbles upon this path become blue. As your gaze falls upon this color, feel its cool serenity soothe your emotions and lift your mind into the highest spheres. As you near the end of this forest path, the pebbles become a deep, rich purple, the color of transformation. So imagine yourself being surrounded and filled with the color purple, awakening within you the ability to transform your body, mind, and emotions in whatever way you would like. Stepping out into the clearing at the end of the forest, you find yourself once again flooded by the crystal clear, pure white light. And as the light lifts, you will see that you are standing at the base of a group of enormous mountains. Looking up at these mountains, you see that their majestic peaks extend so high that they disappear into the sky. Traces of brilliant colors swirl and weave before you in the air and reach up toward the mountain peaks, as if to form an aerial lattice work for you to climb. Bring your bubble of light back into your awareness, and it will lift you once again into the air. This time it carries you upon the latticework of color, like a magical conveyor. Higher and higher you go, leaving the world below far behind. As the mountain peaks come into view, you can see they are covered with powdery white snow, glistening in the sun. Lower down the mountainside, the snow is melting and running into streams of sparkling clear water. One of these streams has caught your attention. And as your bubble brings you closer, you find that it is deeper and wider than the rest, turning into a beautiful waterfall. As you gently touch down by the side of the waterfall, you are greeted by the sound of its rushing water
A sound that you hear not only with your ears, but with all of your body as it resonates deeply within you. This waterfall has a very special presence, a life of its own. Nourished by the snow of the highest mountain peaks and charged by the sun's powerful rays. It is apparent that here is a vessel of the purest healing energy waiting to be shared with you. To experience this energy directly, remove your clothing and step into the shallow end of the pool formed at the bottom of the waterfall. This pool is the perfect temperature for you, and as your feet relax, you can feel them begin to receive the comforting, healing essence of the water, penetrating your muscles and bones. Slowly walk forward into the pool as this healing water caresses your ankles, your calves, and your knees, as they too absorb this gentle energy and completely relax. As you run your hands across the surface of the water, you find yourself more and more comfortable and at home in this pool. And you have the feeling that you're completely safe and totally free to be yourself. Let your body know that this is an opportunity to let go of any tension, release any imbalance, and be completely cleansed, purified, and renewed. Allow yourself to totally experience all the healing energy this pool has to offer as you dip below its surface and gently float up again. Feel the essence of the water permeating every part of you until your entire being becomes one with it. Take time now to experience yourself in this way. And if there is any part of you that you feel needs particular attention, see the water's loving essence flowing there now, touching into the very nucleus of each cell and leaving it filled and pulsating with pure vital energy. If you would like, step beneath the waterfall and let it shower down over you. Listen carefully to the sound of its music, and as it cascades down, splashing into the pool, and hear whatever message it may hold for you at this time. It will soon be time to begin your return home. So slowly swim over to the edge of the pool. Gently lift yourself out of the water. Finding your clothes, you will see that even they seem to be fresh and new. And with them, you can put on any new self-image that you wish. Once again, feel the bubble of light surrounding you. Know that this place is one that exists inside of you, and that you can return to it whenever you would like. Let your bubble lift you up into the air, above the waterfall, over the forest, the meadow, and through the sky until you find your way back to the place where your journey began. Settle down gently into your body and begin to be aware of your physical body. Feel your physical energy becoming more and more present, and prepare to return to your full waking consciousness. Let all the benefits of this experience stay with you. And when you're ready, you can gently flutter your eyes open. May your life be free of suffering. May your heart be open. May your body be filled with joy and with ease. May you share your gifts with the world, and may you know your true self in this lifetime. Curling your lips into a little smile, taking it with you throughout the rest of the day. Namaste. Take your time. There is zero rush. Do not move until your body tells you it's ready. And when you do, just be very mindful. Okay? We love you guys. We miss you. I'm going crazy. We're going crazy. Stay well.